Let's go with another challenge. So what do we do now? Let's see our top competitors. Julia just finished conducting the coding contest and she needs your help assembling the leaderboard. Write a query to print the respective hacker ID and name of hackers who achieved full scores for more than one challenge. Order your output in descending order by the total number of challenges in which the hacker earned a full score. If more than one hacker received full scores in the same number of challenges, then sort them by ascending hacker ID. Okay, let's look this up. Of course, we're going to do our notes again. What do we want to have? What do we want to give Julia today? She just finished conducting a coding contest and she needs your help assembling the leaderboard. Write a query to print the respective hacker ID. Okay, we want the hacker ID. Name of hackers. Got it. And name. Who achieved full scores for more than one challenge. Condition 1. Full score for more than one challenge. Condition 2. Order by the total number of challenges in which the hacker earned a full score. Order by challenges. Condition 3. If more than one hacker received full scores in same number of challenges, then so second order, ascending hacker ID ascending. So what I'm thinking here is we want to print the respective hacker ID and name of hackers who achieved full scores for more than one challenge. So what would it be if we can actually get a table with a hacker ID and the name that they achieved full score for more than one challenge. And then from that table that we already created, then we're just, so first we make a table where we count all the challenges that every hacker ID made, where he got the full score. And then from that table, we only take those hacker ID and name that have more than one challenge mastered with a full score. So let's first get a feel for the table. We have one table hackers here. So let's take the hacker ID and the name. That's already our output. Select, of course. We want to select it from, what is the table? Hackers. Okay, how many do we got? We have 200 hackers here. Okay. So now we would also like to know the challenges. First, what is the number of challenges that every hacker did? Maybe that will also be interesting just to know. Total number, usually you count them. Well, like you say, you count them, the total number. Usually you need the count function. So the difficult level is the level of difficulty of the challenge, and score is the score of the challenge for the difficulty level. Okay. Do we need the difficulty level? Not really. Challenges. The challenge ID is the ID of the challenge. The hacker ID is the ID of the hacker who created the challenge. and difficulty level is the level of difficulty of the challenge. Now we have submissions. The submission ID is the ID of the submission. Hacker ID is the ID of the hacker who made the submission. Challenge ID is the ID of the challenge that the submission belongs to. And score is the score of the submission. So here we have a hackers table, and now we have a difficulty level and the score. Okay, we need the difficulty table because we have the scores there. They look like the total, the full scores. And here we have the scores from the hackers. Okay. Okay, got it. So here we have hacker ID and here we have also hacker ID. So this one is a tricky one because here we have the hacker ID that we, from the submissions, that the hacker ID is scored, which is the hacker ID that we want. Here's another hacker ID from the hacker that created the challenges, the challenge that made the challenges. And this hacker ID is totally not important for our task and can also be confusing. So we want to ignore the ones from the challenges because we don't need the information who created the challenge. That is not part of our query here. So the question is, how do we know which challenge they get full score? So first we could just count the challenges that they made. Let's make count from distinct. Maybe they did the same challenge more than one time, I don't know. Challenge ID. Count distinct from the challenge ID. And then of course we don't get this just from the hackers, we have to left join them. And we can join them. We have here the submissions table. Submissions is on s.hackerID equals h.hackerID. Because we call it h, we also have to call it h here. So we on this one, we also have to specify from hackers. We want this from hackers, and the challenge ID, of course, we want from the submissions table. Run this code. We forgot the group by here. Here we have a problem is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by clause. No, we don't have a group by clause. So we want to count the challenges. Why do you need a group by? Because you have an aggregate function and you have more than one column. You actually have 3 columns here. So if you make a count, you want to know what do you want to count? You want to count the challenge ID. Okay, great. But under what group? Like for what group? Like just for every row? Then you always get 1 if you just count the challenge ID for every row. Every row has 1 challenge. If you want to get it for every name, you have to group it by the name. You have to tell SQL. And if you want to get it for every hacker ID and name, you have to group this. So anything that is not a count or an aggregate function, you have to group it by this columns. If you also put them out, if you have them in the select. Group by h.hackerID and h.name. So now we have all the hackers. How many were they? 200. And with the challenges that they made. That is great. But what we really would like to get is the hackers. Maybe we can also get their scores. That will also be interesting to get their scores. S.score, because we want to know full scores. We want to, it is not contained in the group by, of course, we have to put it here, like I just said. We want to know in which challenge the hacker did the full score. 0, you always have 0. How is that possible? Okay, a lot of zeros. So are these the scores from the hackers? Is it possible? Let's order them by the score. So we got a bunch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got all kinds of scores here. Okay, that looks about right. Could be the scores, because we also have a lot of uneven numbers. Yeah, I guess that's alright. 120. Yeah. Do we have so much? Yep, we have so much. Okay, so now we have doesn't make sense. So we are grouping by score, name, and hacker ID. We count how many challenges we have made. Rose made 12 challenges. But what is it for score then? Because we don't have a score for every challenge here written down. So actually we have to get all the challenges first out. We can get all the scores for it. So the group I just did. You want to get all the scores from every challenge. We don't want to group them by the challenge. Now we have a lot of more. We have here the challenge ID and we have the score, and now we want to get the total score from that challenge. We would also like to get that. And how do we get that? That is the score from difficulty table. So we have to get this somehow. Difficulty table, I would put a D dot score for the score from the difficulty table is diff score. Now we get it from the hackers. How do we get the difficulty table into this one now? So we have the difficulty level and the score. But how can we join this one? So we actually have to join it from submission to challenges to difficulty. I think that's the way we have to go. Because we cannot join from submissions to difficulty, can we? No, to join this on the score wouldn't make any sense. So we have to join it from submissions over this challenge ID to the challenges, and from the challenges on the difficulty level to the difficulty. Okay. So first we put the submissions on there. We make left join on the challenges. Challenges table C on S dot submissions table. Challenge ID. Yes. Challenge ID equals C dot challenge ID equals S dot challenge ID. Now we need another left join. And now we want to join the next table. Here we have challenges. Now we want the difficulty table. So let's get difficulty. T on T dot difficulty level. Equals C dot difficulty level. Now we can also get the difficulty score. Okay, that's cool. So now we have here the score, and here we have the maximum score, which we got from the difficulty table. So now we can see rows with the hacker ID 72 has scored 0 in this challenge. The maximum score was 60, and this was her challenge ID. That was a challenge ID from this challenge. So that's pretty cool, because now we can get all what we really interested is in just the full scores. We just want the full scores, right? So let's get full scores. Where s dot score, the score from the hacker, that is from the submissions table, has to equal difficulty table score. So let's get this one. Okay, now we go. Here we have all the scores, all the things, all the scores where the score equals the submission score. That's great. So that's exactly what we now want. And what do we want now? We want not every challenge out. We want to count, actually. We want to count this for every the challenge ID we don't want. We want to count for Kevin, for example, how many times he has made a full score. How many rows like that he has in this table. So by which do we want to group by? Or do we have to? Well, we could just count the challenge, right? Yeah, we can count the challenge now. We can count the challenge ID, because now we just have challenge IDs where we have full score. So we count the challenge IDs. And we don't need the scores here. We want to count all the challenge IDs. because there are anyway challenges where we can just have full scores here, so that are exactly the challenges that we're interested in. We're counting them, and we group them by the name and the hacker ID, because we want to know how many challenges has Kevin a full score, how many challenges Robin has a full score. So we group by h.hackerID and h.name. Order by score. Okay, we don't need this one really. Give me out something. Perfect. And now we got the ones that they have a full score. And now we actually wanted the ones that have full score for more than one challenge. So everyone that has just a 1 here, he should go out. Where D score, S score equals D score. And now comes another condition. And this looks a bit ugly here. So this should all go fine. We can leave this one. We don't need the scores actually to be printed, so this one can go away. We can make this nice and look like a nice river line here. We need this also here, also on the same level. Don't want this one, but we need the order by soon. So the second condition for score and more than one challenge. And count from s.challenge ID is bigger than 1. Okay, got it. An aggregate may not appear in the where clause unless it is in a subquery contained in a having clause or a select list. And the column being aggregate is an outer reference. Okay, got it. So he doesn't want me to put it in the where clause, but I can put it in the having clause. So the having clause is like the where clause, except that it is going after the table is being created. Then you can put another condition, another where condition on it. So it comes right in the end. So we put having right in the end, having more than one challenge, having count from challenge ID bigger one. Also get the note from here in the having clause. So this is one possibility how we can put that here. Okay, now we already got the right output. We have the hacker ID and the name, which we want. And here are the number of challenges, which we don't need, but we put it out now for testing with a full score. So now let's check all the conditions. So we want to output hacker ID and name. So we have hacker ID and name. This one we don't have to output anyway. We can just comment this out. Condition 1, full score for more than one challenge. Yes, we met that. Condition 2, order by challenges. Okay, we didn't order yet. We have to order it. Order by count from challenge ID. Order by count from challenge ID. Order is hacker ID ascending. So see if this is even working. Okay, we have here a comma. Because we comment this out, this column, we have an extra comma here that we don't need anymore now. Incorrect syntax near the keyword having. Why do we have an incorrect syntax here? Maybe it's because of this other aggregate function here. Let's see. So I changed a bit here, but I think maybe we have a wrong order here from this. So having SQL. Group by having. Okay, I think the order by comes even after the having. Maybe that's the problem here. This one out. Read it again. Okay, now we got it. And now we have one more. The second order. So we just have the first order here. No, we have the second order count, challenge ID, and hacker ID is scanning. Still got the wrong answer. So we have the hacker ID in the name. Full score for more than one challenge. Yes, that is correct. And we order it by total number of challenges. Order your output in descending order by the total number of challenges in which the hacker earned a full score. If more than one hacker received full scores in the same number of challenges, then sort them by ascending hacker ID. In descending order. Ah, okay. I didn't put descending here, did I? So here I put ascending, but here I have to put descending. Order by challenges descending. That was the problem, and the requirement I didn't wrote it correctly. So maybe this was on here. No, we still don't have it. That's peculiar. Okay, yeah, of course we have to put this column away. Let's run this again. Nope, still have a comma too much. Let's go. Yes, yes, we did it. Finally, we also have it. Now you have the solution here.